Slotbound nearly didn't get a look. I was expecting something that belonged on mobile, maybe with a slight bit of novelty, and then it stole the whole afternoon from me. It's a roguelike auto-battler where you don't pick your army. You pull a slot machine lever and hope the reels line up, and 2.5 hours later I'd cleared every level in the demo. Every wave kicks off with a spin. It's a 3x3 slot, and if you line up on the same symbol across a row, a column or diagonal, you summon that unit. 3 shields give you a warrior, 3 horses give you cavalry, and you don't get to choose what turns up, so you're planning around whatever the reels hand you. You get 1 nurture per wave to shove the reels towards a win. Each spin during a wave costs more than the last, and killing enemies pays more gold to keep you spinning. If your units die, the enemies walk straight through and take your hearts, so each wave is basically a tower defense round with a slot machine bolted on. Your units auto battle once the waves kick off, so all the strategy is in the prep. You've got cavalry, archers, wizards, warriors, and you start with room for 5 on the field, with more slots opening up as you go. To make room, you merge one unit into another, which levels the survivor up and sometimes hands in a special move. My first rounds I got absolutely annihilated because I was hoarding bodies instead of merging them. There's a real pull between holding the units and combining them, and there's a random chance of a rarer advanced version turns up instead of the basic one, like a mage coming in as a sorcerer, and you unlock the odds of that happening over time. It's not pure luck though. You pick up cores and items that bend the odds. Once I grabbed a lot that gave me a free roll on the first spin of the wave if it didn't hit a winner. Another added a jester hat that works like a joker on the wheels. There's loads more, and they quietly steer the kind of run you're building. You also earn some blue shells to spend in the shop between waves. One buy makes the first unit attacked take no damage for 7 seconds, which is brilliant for a frontline tank because it can soak up all the aggro and just shrugs it off. The art's pixel-ish, and the way they framed it is all smart. The battlefield sits in the middle with the shop and the rest of the UI wrapped around the edges. There's a lot to keep your eye on, but it never gets on top of you. And between the reels and the cores you pick and whatever the shop's selling, there's so much randomness that every run comes out different. Win or lose, a run pays out currency for meta upgrades between runs, which is the roguelike part of it. You spend it on more hearts, on tweaking how the reels roll, on improving the chance of those advanced units turning up. Without those upgrades, you'd not be clearing the harder levels. I still had plenty of left to buy when I stopped because I ran short on currency. The demo also shows off a stack of stuff and tells you it isn't in this build yet. There's more maps, more difficulty, a whole web of missions, so there's clearly a lot more coming. It's a single player PvE, and the demo gives you 2 maps. The first has normal, medium and hard, and the second only has normal, but the enemies change, and that caught me right out. My whole plan was a couple of thick lads in the front with all the damage stacked to the back. Then the second map threw enemies that go for the units at the back first, and I had to rebuild my formation on the fly. My first proper clear came from leaning into 1 warrior as a wall, leveling up to about level 30 for a mountain of health and defense, and letting the backline do all the killing. Off the back of that and some strong advance rolls, I cleared all 4 levels in the demo in the end. My one gripe, and it's a soft one, you can double the speed of the battle, and I'd love to triple it. Once the loot clicks, you're trying to fly through those easy early waves to get to the decisions that actually matter later on, and double speed still feels slow there. Quick bits, the demo's live on Steam and the full game's coming November 2026. It's a single player PvE and the whole way through. My verdict is a play. I went in skeptical and it turned into a proper one more turn kind of game. The luck of the reels keeps every wave tense, and the merging of meta layers gives you enough control to feel clever rather than just lucky. There's a lot more waiting behind the full game, and I'm not done with it. Check out the next video to see if it could be your new favourite game. I play the demos, you play the hits.